So, after the fourth meeting this year in a final between Yannick Sinner and Daniil Medvedev, Sinner comes out on top once again. So, he has beaten him in the last two finals now, in Beijing and now in Vienna, to capture another title. And what a crazy good match this was. The level of this match was absurd. Some of the rallies these guys were producing were crazy. And some of the forehands that Yannick Sinner hit, if you saw the match, like the one jumping forehand, one forehand down the line, they were literally like sonic booms, like you're breaking the sound barrier just in crazy, insane levels of power. And it finally seems now that Sinner is adjusting his game enough to learn how to beat players like Daniil Medvedev, as well as Sasha Zverev, for example, the more consistent defensive players who will make you earn every point, like Novak Djokovic does as well. And it kind of seems now that Yannick Sinner has a game plan now when he gets into these rallies, not to just go backhand to backhand, but he's able to go down the line with power, with accuracy, able to hit his forehand down the line cross court with accuracy and power. And I know he's always been able to do that, but just doing it on a more consistent basis throughout the match. And as well as this, his great ability to, defend break points, not let missed break opportunities phase him, because in this match there was loads of break points for each player, to be fair. And, Yannick Sinner still ended up getting that crucial break in the third set. And he's never beaten Medvedev when he's played him in best of three and it's gone to a third set. So this is another achievement for him, because that Beijing final was pretty straightforward for him, straight sets win. But Sinner was able to, not let the fatigue factor play in, just managed to stay consistent. And he still had to save break points when he was serving out as well. So you could tell he was probably a little bit nervous, or, Daniil Medvedev got into his head. That's probably the reason why Sinner lost the second set, to be fair, because Medvedev made that comment about Sinner not apologising or something while he was serving or something. So that kind of disrupted Sinner's momentum, I'd say. The mind games from Medvedev, which, is pretty smart from him. So, anything you can do to win a match, I guess he was trying to do, but trying to really wind up Sinner, but it didn't really work in the end. But still, that match was super high quality despite that little thing that happened in the second set. The rallies, like I said before, were absolutely insane. These were long rallies. They were both absolutely smacking the ball to one another. I feel sorry for that tennis ball. It was getting bashed the whole time it was on the court. And yeah, just amazing effort from Sinner. I'm glad these guys get to play finals against each other, because 4 finals, you would say this one's been very high quality. The Rotterdam one as well was very good when Sinner took the first set, but he wasn't able to keep that level up. And it kind of seemed like it was redemption as well for that Miami final, because Sinner wasn't able to produce his best level like he did against Alcaraz in that previous day to beat Alcaraz in the semi-final. So it was good to see that Sinner was able to bring his best game to a final again, like he was able to do in Beijing. So kind of counteracting the 2 finals that Medvedev won, and now Sinner's won the last 2. So what I'm saying is, it'd be great to see in Paris or in Turin, a final between these two again, just to have that one of them come out on top in the head-to-head for finals this year, because it'd be 3-2, obviously. So hopefully we get one of them, maybe. But then again, I think everyone wants to see another Djokovic-Alcaraz match, and that's probably going to be in a final, because I don't think they'd put them in the same groups in Turin, and they could end up playing in a semi-final then, but hopefully it'll be in a final, hopefully in Paris maybe, but Paris is very open as well. Anyone can beat anyone, same thing with ATP finals, so because that would also even out the Alcaraz and Djokovic head-to-head as well, because they're still at 2-2, obviously playing on essentially 4 different surfaces, because Madrid clay is different to Roland Garros clay, and then Wimbledon and Cincinnati. So their head-to-head is 2-2. So, maybe we have two finals that we would like to see, or 2 matchups that we'd like to see again in indoor hard courts. So yeah, that was just a little bit about Sinner winning in Vienna. And obviously, the most unexpected title defense ever, Felix Auger-Aliassime defeating Hubert Hurkacz, who did seem to be a little bit injured. However, Felix still did beat him, still did play very well all week, and was able to defend his title. Very unexpected, but then again, you did feel like Rune and Hurkacz didn't really get to play at their best level in order to beat Felix. So Felix really just capitalised on the opportunity, finding form at the right time, has lots of points to defend the back end of this year, So hopefully he is able to find some form again, don't drop too far out of the rankings after this pretty bad year by his standards, and is able to hopefully remain seeded for the Australian Open coming up in January. And yeah, hopefully he was able to take the off-season to rebuild and have a good year in 2024, like many people thought he'd have in 2023. So hopefully he can, get some good form at the end of this year, like he did last year. So thank you for watching and listening. Don't forget to subscribe. Take care and peace.